Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chanel B. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, baby. Guys, it's been a little minute. First things first is Happy New Year to all of my followers and subscribers, and to all of my new subscribers. I'm so happy to have you here, and Happy New Year to you as well. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Let me just say this right now. Being selfish is not a bad thing. I repeat, being selfish is not a bad thing. Perhaps I believe that being selfish is the cheat code to really leveling up and glowing up your life. I'm gonna give you 8 selfish habits that you need to go ahead and implement in your life. Not today, but like yesterday. If you like all things glowing up and you're a woman, gonna be the channel for you. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing that you definitely want to do to start your selfish habits so that you can really glow up for this year is you're going to prioritize your health. Let me just tell you something. I know hearing the words prioritize your health doesn't feel like a selfish habit. Feels like, oh, that's just something that I can do or I can implement. But let me tell you something. The majority of us make up 100,000 and million and billion reasons and ways as to why we're not eating healthy, why we're not drinking enough water, why we're not getting our steps in, why we're not having our annual checkups. And let me just tell you, you're gonna have to start being selfish. You're gonna have to start using those PTO days at work. You're going to have to start taking time out of your busy schedule to schedule your dental and your vision and your wellness checks. You're going to have to prioritize your health if you really want to step into the best you. And let me just tell you something, it is never a selfish idea to prioritize your health. I've been doing it starting the end of October to beginning of November, and I have since lost 15 pounds. Yes, because your girl is prioritizing eating well and also making sure I drink enough water and also making sure that I get enough steps and I exercise regularly, right? So if you want to begin, maybe exercising every single day doesn't work with your schedule. You work out 3 or 4 times and really stick to that for like 6 months to a year, and you will see some drastic changes. So you need to start prioritizing your health. This is your first selfish babe tip. The selfish tip number 2 that I believe that us girls need to really implement is to set and enforce boundaries. You have to start saying no to some things. Let me just explain something to you. It is by God's grace, because I normally like hang out, like I have some a few friends that I hang out here in Minnesota with every now and then, and it is by God's grace that no one has really asked me to go out with them in months. So I just want to say to myself, big ups for setting and reinforcing boundaries. Sometimes it's not as easy as my situation, but sometimes you have friends who are used to you going out every weekend. You're going to have to start saying no. It's almost going with that tip number 1 to prioritize your health, but this is learning how to say no. If you feel like someone is asking you to do something and you just know you don't have the capacity to do it, whether that's time-wise or financially, you have to be willing to say, you know what, if you're not a no type of girl, you can always say something along the lines of, I'm so sorry, I really can't commit, or I really can't do that right now. I do apologize. So if this is for my girlies who love to apologize, because I'm one of them, who kind of sort of feel bad for saying no, but you still need to say it. That is the perfect line, okay? It shows sympathy, it shows empathy, and it also shows that you feel for them, but you just cannot do it. So making sure that you prioritize your health and also set and enforce those boundaries. Selfish babe tip number 3, you're going to have to invest in personal growth. All of these things that I've written down and I've taken notes of is so crazy because I'm literally walking in that right now, y'all. It's for a long time, but now I'm being much more intentional about it, and that is to invest in my growth. So beginning of December, I actually took, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Chanel Richie. She's over here on YouTube as well. I may put something in, but she does exceptionally well on Instagram, and I want to learn how to grow my Instagram. My Instagram has been stagnant for like a year, almost 2 years, and I want to like bust out of that 50,000 follower, and I want to like grow. And so I was like, you know what? It's something that I'm not doing right. I need an expert. I'm gonna take this girl's course. I saw her promoting it for a while, and I let it go and I let it go. And then eventually I was like, you know what? She had a really big sale on, I think, Christmas Eve or something. And I was like, you know what? Let me invest in myself before the New Year's come. And it was one of the best decisions I could have made so far for me trying to grow my Instagram. But I've seen a world of a difference already. Also, I've also taken an Adobe Express content creator course that also, I think that was like $150 or something like that, and it was awesome. I learned a lot, and I'm learning how to work Adobe Express, so that's something invested into myself. And sometimes it doesn't have to be a course that you have to pay for. Sometimes it's these free courses and free trainings that they're doing online. You just have to give it time. Like, you just have to be willing to, after your job, maybe the course starts at 6 o'clock and you get out of work at 5:30, you have to just be willing to sit through the free classes, and you just have to make that sacrifice when it comes to your time, and sometimes your time and your money. So don't be afraid to invest. I don't care how well you think you're doing on YouTube, how well you think you're doing on TikTok, how well you think you're doing on Instagram. You can always get better in some area, and do not be afraid to ask for help, and do not be afraid to go to an online course, because we don't know everything. Selfish babe tip number 4 is to focus on your mental well-being. I've seen a lot of creators talk about better health, and I even had someone close to me in my family actually recommend BetterHelp. And then at that point I was like, you know what, okay, this may be really, really legit, let me try it. And I've already had like 4 sessions with my therapist, and let me just tell you something, my therapist, she's the truth. She's helping me shed so much of my past and childhood trauma in a matter of a few different sessions. She's really helping me get to the root of these things and helping me learn how to cope and overcome them as well. Let me just tell you, I will say this, BetterHelp is a little bit on the pricey side. Even when you are going through the financial aid, you apply for the financial aid, it can be a little pricey on the weekly basis. But I've seen so many other therapy companies on Instagram. It's just a matter of you doing your research and finding who can really help you. And also check with your company. They may have therapy sessions, and they may have it either for free or for an extremely low price, or someone may take your insurance and all you have to pay is a copay. So do your research when it comes to that. But definitely, let me tell you, I feel like 2025, I don't know what y'all think about it, and I'm not trying to put any bad juju out there, but I don't know. 2025 is giving weird vibes, weirdo vibes already, and we just getting started. So I find it very important to do whatever you need to do in order to check in with you and your mental health. That's priority. Selfish babe tip number 5 is to be okay with spending time alone. Let me just explain something to you. When I tell you I'm the queen of enjoying her own company, look, I'm dressed up. I'm about to get ready to go to a candlelight concert, and then I probably will get some drinks after, because I've been fiending for some whiskey, y'all, because I've been on my health journey and I haven't had any drink in like a month. And so I'm really craving one. So I may go get a cocktail afterwards. But I'm about to go to the candlelight concert, and I feel like I'm about to have a ball, y'all. That spending time alone allows you to reconnect and reconnect with yourself. We already have so many things going on in the world, kind of like what I just mentioned, and we lose touch with ourselves because we're in a rat race of making sure we show up to work and put our best foot forward so that we can keep our job, so that we can keep up our livelihood, so that we could do so many things, okay? We are running around like chickens with our heads cut off, and I know y'all are, because some days I am. And it just can't always be like that. You understand what I'm saying? It just can't always be that way. And I'm gonna say this, I really feel like when you spend a lot of time alone, this is just my opinion, you're a better human being because you value your social hours and your social time, because you know that when you go back home or when you leave this person, that you're back to your solitude. And I feel like that makes you a better friend. It makes you a better sibling. It makes you a better spouse. It can make you a better person overall, because when I'm out with my friends now, because I spend so much time alone recharging and reconnecting with myself, when I go out with my friends, I'm usually the one who don't have my cell phone out, going through my cell phone. I'm literally like one-on-one with my friend, and it just feels so freaking good. Number 6 is pursuing your passion. I think it's so beautiful and so feminine when a woman not only just gets up Monday through Friday and just goes to work. That used to be my life, and it sucked. That wasn't the life that I wanted to live, right? I wanted to be in my feminine energy. I wanted to have hobbies and passions outside of work. I think that 2025 is the best year for you to start really honing in on what it is that brings me life outside of work, right? We really can turn into zombies. Zombies being just workaholics. You know what I'm saying? It's not all the time that we want to just be workaholics. We want to do things that are fun and get us in touch with our feminine side. And so one thing that I am going to be doing for 2025, I haven't played the piano since I was a little girl, and I started and I played the piano maybe like 2 or 3 years as a little girl. I'm pretty sure I don't remember anything. What I remember is it challenged me, and I didn't like the challenge. That's what made me leave. But also I just wanted to dive back into that hobby to see if that's something that I like in my adult age. And so I'm gonna actually go ahead and start taking piano lessons. Another thing that I do is, of course, you guys know I do content creation, so making videos, posting pictures. I want to get back into my picture bag. That used to be my thing. I want to really hone in on those things. Like I want to hone in on doing more creative work, making bouquets. I follow this one guy, he's like a florist, I believe, and he creates these beautiful bouquets. Like, it's just, whoa. I don't want to do all that, but going to Trader Joe's and picking up a bunch of flowers and creating a bouquet, that will definitely make me happy. So really think about it, what it is outside of work that brings you joy or that you think will make you kind of happy, that you can kind of hone in on and really pursue. I think that's going to bring out something in you that you didn't know that you had. So I definitely recommend you doing that. Selfish babe tip number 7 is declutter your life. Declutter that closet. Like, we're in a new year, 2025, and let me tell you something, because I've actually had to do it. I wish I could show y'all the bags of clothes that I got just bagged up, ready to go. But let me just tell you something. Decluttering my closet made me feel like I decluttered my mind a little bit. I was able to see exactly what outfits I got, what fits me, what doesn't fit me, what serves me, what no longer serves me in this season of my life. Child, I had some hoochie mama tight behind clothes in that closet, and I was like, this not even my style no more. Let me make room for the new things. And so that's what I want you to really do when you're decluttering and seeing what it is about your relationship, the relationships around you. Are they helping you or are they hurting you, right? That was something that I had to do during therapy. I'm unpacking that. There is some people who I grew up with who I thought that would be in my life for all of my life, who I realized were actually hurting me and harming me and keeping me away from growing. And so those relationships I had to kind of like sit to the side. Like, some of them, like, it's not as serious as I will never talk to them again, but I can't give them that 100% attention and that 100% effort like I had before. I gotta give them like 20. Sometimes I gotta give some of them like none. And so decluttering those relationships, but also decluttering your personal space is gonna help your mind and see what serves you and what doesn't. That goes for accessories, old hair. Get rid of some of them wigs, y'all. Them wigs. You do not need that wig for the gym. No, you don't need that wig for the gym. Oh yeah, so really make room for the new things that are about to happen in your life. Last but certainly not least, celebrate your wins. Whether big or small, this is something that I said I was gonna get really, really intentional about. So let me just give you an idea. So I'm on a health journey, and we'll talk more about that in another video. Also, I have a new channel, guys, shameless plug. I have a new channel, Chanel B Fitness. If you guys wouldn't mind, I'm gonna put the link down below. If you guys wouldn't mind subscribing, because I'm gonna do my entire journey over there, and I'm gonna have my first video come out on February 2nd to really tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I just want you guys to come along with me for the journey, of course. But anyways, I have never really celebrated my small wins. I always felt like in order for me to celebrate, it has to be something monumental or something big. And that's just not true. That's not a nice way to treat yourself after doing things, because life is hard. Like I'll be the first one to be honest. Life is hard, and life is sometimes hard to navigate. So when you get a little small win, honey, you better be celebrating yourself so that you can empower yourself and push yourself to go to the next thing, because it's very easy for us to get distracted when it comes to the things that we want in life, because it just seems too hard. So for example, one thing that I have done is I've implemented a 20-pound win. So 20 pounds is usually like easy, but it's hard for me to lose. Like I've always lost 15 to 20 pounds, and then after that I gain it all back, and then it just goes and goes. But I told myself if I lose anywhere between 15 to 20 pounds each month or each couple months, no matter how long it takes, every 15 to 20 pounds that I lose, I'm gonna celebrate myself in a way, right? And that is to keep me on track, because it's keeping me on track to lose the weight, but it's also to show myself love and to show myself like gratitude and say, girl, you really did that, and you really should keep doing that. So that is something that I want you guys to really, really get selfish about this year, is celebrating your small wins. Even if you got to take yourself to the coffee shop or to a little cupcake shop, or you go take yourself to go, I don't know, if you like body art, you take yourself, go get a little tattoo, or whatever the case may be, right? I'm not judging anybody with what you do as far as your celebration. You just celebrate yourself. You can have you a glass of wine, child. Like how I'm about to do. I've lost my first 15 pounds. So I'm going out tonight to do the candlelight concert, and then I'm gonna get like 1 or 2 cocktails, and I'm gonna bring it back home, and we're gonna be on to our next 15, 20 pounds. And that's what I want you to do, to keep yourself on track, but to also show yourself some grace, and to also show yourself some, that you love yourself, that you care for yourself, and that you will do it big for her any chance you get. You feel me? So guys, I am so happy that we are here. 2025 is here. I feel so much newness. I feel so much I feel so light and so airy, and this has been such a journey, and I'm so glad that we're continuing to journey together. So I mentioned to you guys that I have my new channel. Don't forget to follow me over there, but also I am going to be working on a new segment called What Would Chanel Do? And that is going to be a segment where you just write in to me via email, maybe like some relationship issues, family issues, some education things, of what would Chanel do. Like, I'm your big sister, so I'm here to give you some advice. You know, the stories may be bizarre, the stories may be really simple, but either way, we're gonna go through it and we're gonna dissect it together, and that's just gonna be that. So that's a new series that I'm actually starting in February as well. So I'm gonna leave my email below, and you guys make sure you send me in your questions, your concerns, your stories. Child, may get a little juicy over here. Make sure you send me in your stories, and I may just pick your story to do my first What Will Chanel Do. So I am so excited about this series. I'm excited about 2025 and us really just growing and glowing together and just becoming the best women, the best beautiful Black women we absolutely can. And until next time, I'll see you guys